my beloveds. It is so lovely to have you once again in my little studio sanctuary. I am your host, Sdar Lotus. I am a Reiki master, Crystal Alchemy Sound Bowl player, crystal chakra healer, makeup artist, artist extraordinaire. I do all the things. I'm lovely to have you guys with me here once again tonight. If you guys are enjoying the live sound healings, I have a lot of people tell me in person that they really enjoy the live sound healings. If you guys could comment, subscribe, especially on my YouTube channel where the video stays up, that really helps get more traction to the videos. And if you know anybody who needs it, share it to them, ask your friends to subscribe if you think that it would help them, and just share the love. I'm trying to get that subscription up on the YouTube channel and everything, so anytime you can share the love, I would be super grateful. So it's so lovely to have you guys. I know I was MIA last week because I had a lot going on, but I'm kind of happy that I'm back here this week because we're actually a lot closer to this full moon that we have coming up, and some of my sound healings were getting to be like a while before the moon, so I kind of like that we're a little bit closer to the moons right now anyway. So it kind of worked out, I think, that we kind of transitioned a week away. So we're back for the Scorpio full moon. So I took some notes on this, so I'm going to read you guys some notes and introduce the bowls before we jump into the sound healing. So tonight we're working with the energy of the upcoming Scorpio full moon. And by the way, I am a Scorpio, so I've been working with this energy a lot lately. And Scorpio energy tends to bring us into deeper emotional and spiritual waters. Whether you realize it consciously or not, many of us are doing very deep inner work right now. And if you're someone who is highly sensitive or empathetic, this may feel especially heightened. If things have felt heavy, emotional, confusing, or like a lot has been surfacing lately, honor that. This full moon is connected to transformation, release, healing, and deep emotional alchemy. Scorpio asks us to go beneath the surface. It asks us to look at what has been hidden and what has been suppressed, what we may have outgrown, and what we are now ready to release. This can be built up stress, overwhelm, old grief, relationships, old versions of yourself, coping mechanisms, stories, jobs, or patterns of survival, anything that no longer aligns with where you are going. And sometimes release doesn't always look graceful. Sometimes healing asks us to sit with the messy parts of ourselves, the parts we often want to hide, fix, rush, or judge. Scorpio reminds us that there is deep healing available when we allow ourselves to sit with what is real. Even if life doesn't feel perfect right now, even if things feel uncertain, even if parts of you feel messy, you are still worthy of compassion in this moment. You do not have to be fully healed to honor yourself. You do not have to be perfect to be deeply loved. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is sit with ourselves in honesty and say, this is where I'm at right now, and I'm willing to meet myself here with compassion. This full moon is also asking us to acknowledge how much you've already transformed. How have you changed? How has your path shifted? How have your priorities changed? What have you survived that your past self once thought would break you? Give yourself credit for your growth. Give yourself credit for continuing to show up. Give yourself credit for all the ways you've been evolving, even if it hasn't looked linear. We're also moving through the collective energy that's asking us to become more conscious of our thoughts, words, and how we speak to ourselves. With Uranus stirring Gemini energy, there may be racing thoughts, nervous system overstimulation, overthinking, or feeling mentally scattered. This is a beautiful time to slow down and become intentional with your inner dialogue. Are your thoughts creating more peace or more chaos? Can you be gentler with yourself? Can you interrupt spiraling thoughts with compassion? Tonight's sound healing is here to help you release stress from the body, calm the nervous system, clear emotional heaviness, and create space for transformation. As you listen tonight, allow anything that no longer serves you to rise to the surface. Honor what it taught you, thank it for the role that it played, and allow yourself to release it with love. Take a deep breath in and exhale anything that you no longer need to carry. Tonight we transform, we release, we soften, we heal. So, I actually used this phrase the other week to describe how I've been feeling and how I've been finding a lot of people around me to be feeling. And it's funny that I used this analogy because we are at this like point of coming up to the Scorpio full moon, and Scorpio is a water sign. It's very deep. We, as a Scorpio, we love to dig deeper. We love to see what's going on. We love to like really find the root of things. And again, you don't always have to get caught up in the story. I'm not telling you to always loop in the story, but as you dig deeper, when you have more of like that embodiment with the story and you work with it, you're able to release and understand and heal and allow yourself to really grow from those past experiences. So, the analogy that I use this week of how I've been feeling the last few weeks leading up to this has been we're all treading water and we can all see each other's heads above the surface and we're all smiling at each other and we're like, yeah, we're here, we're doing it, everything's great, we're doing what we can right now, and we're just all smiling at each other. And then below the surface, none of us know that each other can't touch the ground, and we're all treading water. And we're like, where's the bottom? Because we're kind of like, oh yeah, everything's great, but like we don't really have our footing. We're not really grounded in it. And that's what I've been feeling like the last few weeks, and what a lot of people around me have been feeling like. And it's interesting when you see those patterns popping up in conversations that you're having with other people. And I've shared that analogy, and everyone's like, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel right now. And I think that's been like the weeks building up to this, because I feel like with this Scorpio new moon, the Scorpio full moon, we've been doing so much introspective work. If you've been working with the embodiment the last few weeks that we teach in these sound healings, you're probably really building circuits right now. You're probably seeing transformation. You can probably actually give yourself a pat on the back for you see the ways that you're actually responding instead of reacting to things. And you're actually noticing when something doesn't feel right inside of you. When you work with taking all of those triggers and emotions and feelings to the body, and you actually listen to them, and you're not scared to actually sit with them, dig deeper into the shadow, and really find the root of it. Because if you're not going to have what you're having, if you're just going to keep going, and we've talked about this in many past sound healings, if you're just going to distract yourself, push it away and be like, you know what, it doesn't feel good, I don't want to deal with it, I'm just going to keep it moving, I'm going to ignore it, I'm just not going to, participate in that or do that thing, and sometimes it's okay to not, sometimes there's certain people, places, environments that you can say, you know what, this isn't serving me and I'm ready to let that go. But also be careful that you're not distracting yourself and just pushing it aside and not actually doing the deeper work. Because sometimes it's worth going deeper with certain things, especially things that you keep finding are a reoccurring pattern. And again, it's talking gently to yourself. Like if I start feeling something that triggers me and I take it to the body, I go, okay, where am I feeling it? I understand that this is my fight or flight reaction coming up. We go into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. When a energy that comes up that may be similar to an energy that we've experienced in the past comes up, it can sometimes stymie us. It can kind of shut us down, and it can kind of make us go into that protective personality where we're just trying to protect ourselves. And this can look like people who are avoidant, where they just won't talk to you, they'll walk away, or people who go into fight mode, because that would be flight. There's people who go into fight mode who argue with you right away, or there's people who just get quiet, they ghost you, they don't talk to you. We all have a response to a trigger or to an emotion that we go into this fight, fight, or freeze, and that's our protective personality. But what happens when you actually sit with that instead? When you take it to the body, you feel where it is, you take some deep breaths, you have what you're having, you say what you need to say, you don't block your throat chakra, you actually speak on it. And you should be able to speak on things if you're in safe company. You should be able to talk to people about things. You should be able to, as long as you're taking accountability for what you're feeling, you should be able to share and talk through things with people and with whatever situations you're going through, whether it be people or a work situation or anything like that. So when we're taking it to the body and we're embodying it, it gets a lot easier to understand ourselves, why we are reacting this way, what has caused us to react this way. And then we can actually work with that energy. We can actually have what we're having. We can actually communicate it clearer because we actually understand what's going on with ourselves. And then we can do that breath work. We can get in the system. We can build the circuitry, and we can actually build on it. We can actually evolve from it, and we can see what is no longer serving us, what we want to be able to allow to release, and we can actually do the work to release it, and we can create a safe environment for ourselves, because we don't have to protect ourselves. We can trust ourselves to create a safe environment for ourselves to work through these things. And that again is going back to, how are you speaking to yourself? Are you speaking gently to yourself? Are you speaking compassionately to yourself when you have things come up? Or are you telling yourself, oh my gosh, you're so stupid, why would you do that? Like, it's your self-dialogue inside. If you're like, hey, I understand why this is coming up, let's take accountability for this, let's move with this, let's feel it, let's breathe with it, let's communicate what we need to communicate. Like, if we're able to do that from a grounded space, not from a space where we're just treading water, we don't know where we're at, we're just like, well, hopefully I'll be able to touch the ground sometimes. No, like, let's swim inland a little bit. Let's get into a shallower water where we can actually touch the ground and take a breath and go, I don't have to tread water anymore. I've created an environment for myself that I actually just can feel the ocean waves. I can move with it. I'm not scared that I'm going to drown, because I know I can swim, and I can swim inland, and I can touch the ground, and I can feel safer. You know what I mean? So it's like creating that environment for yourself so that you don't have to protect yourself anymore, so that you can move with what's coming up for you with grace and ease and healing. So it's really important right now that we're getting into the body, we're listening to all those things that have been coming up in the past week, because that's what's going to be accelerating us and allowing us to release all those things that have been building up that we no longer need to use and no longer need to have in our system, because we're creating a safe environment for ourselves, and we trust ourselves, and our inner dialogue is loving, and we feel safe within our own body because we're doing that circuitry work. So tonight, as always, we're going to be taking it to the body. I want you guys to think of what's been coming up for you. Is it something from the way distant past from your childhood? Is it something that happened last week? The things that are triggering us now are normally connected to our childhood. We build our protective personality before the age of 3, most definitely before the age of 13. So that's those building years of our protective personality. So what we're reacting to in the present is normally linked to something that happened in the past. So that's why, as a Scorpio, I really love digging deep. I really love that introspection. I really like, not getting stuck in the story, but going over the story for deeper understanding. And then again, not getting caught up in it, but embodying where I'm feeling the things that are popping up, so that I can actually work through them on an energetic level, as well as like on all levels. So it's a little bit about what I want to talk about. Let's get into a safe space. Let's swim inland. Let's embody these things. Let's breathe with this energy. So I want you guys to take it to the body tonight. We're going to work on that breath work that we always do, that 2 feet above, 2 feet below. So we're bringing in chakras 8, 9, and 10. Those are our legacy chakra, our soul purpose, and our higher purpose, which is really important because we want to connect all that. We want to carve out that central channel. We want to get that circuitry going, so that toric field, which you can see in some of my past videos, I show the diagrams. Our toric field is flowing. We feel that safe flow around us. We don't feel shaky. We're carving it out so that we feel nice and steady, okay? So I want you guys to breathe in really deep. Take a nice deep belly breath. As I introduce the bowls, I want you guys to start working on your belly breaths. Try to do that 2 feet above, 2 feet below. Hold that mula bandha a little bit, that light root lock. Hold that little pelvic floor muscle just a little bit, not a lot. You don't have to squeeze too hard, but just hold it a little bit. That's going to ground you into the body. That's going to get you in there. So start with that belly breathing as I introduce the bowls. So I intentionally chose a set that supports emotional release, nervous system regulation, transformation, intuition, and conscious manifestation as we move through the Scorpio full moon energy. We're working primarily with D, sharp, which connects us to the emotional body, trust, creativity, and relationships. This feels especially important right now because Scorpio energy can bring deep emotions to the surface and ask us to be honest about what we're feeling. D sharp also connects us to the endocrine system, specifically the pancreas and adrenal glands, which helps us regulate blood sugar, blood pressure, stress response, and survival patterns stored in the body. So you can see why I went with D sharp tonight, because I think we're releasing a lot of these survival patterns that we've used to keep us safe for so long. And the Scorpio full moon is going to bring all that to light and really help us move and release that energy. By the way, I was still having some technical difficulties with my cord that hooks my phone up. So TikTok, I know that my sound quality is not going to be 100% tonight, but if you guys want, the replay is going to be available on YouTube. You guys can always check that out. So, without further ado, with so many people feeling stress, overwhelm, and emotional intensity right now, this frequency helps us release what has been building up in the nervous system and create more balance. So this is the low D sharp. This is charcoal platinum. This bowl feels deeply grounding and detoxifying. Charcoal helps absorb stagnant energy, while platinum brings clarity and higher consciousness. This bowl helps us to release emotional heaviness and stress stored in the body. So charcoal is very clearing, very cleansing. And then we have our middle D, Lemurian Seed Violet Flame Aura. This bowl carries deeply transformational energy. Lemurian Seed supports ancient wisdom, heart remembrance, and spiritual healing, while Violet Flame helps transmute lower energies, old patterns, and emotional density into something lighter. And we're also going to be working with G, which connects to the throat chakra, communication, speaking truth, ease, and manifestation. During this time, we're being asked to become more mindful of our thoughts, our words, and how we communicate with ourselves and others. So yeah, the G is bringing in that manifestation that I talked about. So we're going to be releasing what no longer serves us so that we can step in to our highest self, to that higher version, which we already are, but we're just awakening more and more to who we really are. And as we work on the circuitry, as we work on that central channel, we're able to drop into the body more and more and more and be more at one with our higher self. So while we're doing this breath work, we're literally opening up these pathways so that we can just drop into who we are even more. So we have labradorite platinum as our low G, and so this low G also connects with the embodiment chakra known as the legacy consciousness. This is the one that's 2 feet below our feet. It feels incredibly grounding while helping you to trust intuition and step into the version of yourself you're becoming. Labradorite is deeply protective and supportive during times of transformation. Then we have this little high G, pink ocean gold. This bowl brings softness to the throat chakra, helping with emotional expression, compassion, speaking truth with love, and manifesting from the heart. And finally, we're working with A sharp, which supports higher perception, intuition, and spiritual insight. This frequency connects with the pituitary, hypothalamus, and pineal glands, supporting deeper awareness, clarity, and helping us trust what we're intuitively feeling during this transformational period. We have the low A sharp, mother of platinum. This bowl carries nurturing divine feminine wisdom and grounding support. It helps create safety while navigating emotional depth. This is the high A sharp, citrine platinum. This bowl brings clarity, light, confidence, and higher perspective. Citrine helps us move through emotional heaviness while reconnecting to joy and personal power. Together, this entire set feels deeply aligned with the Scorpio Full Moon, helping us release stress, move through emotional transformation, trust our intuition, speak more kindly to ourselves, and step into the next version of who we're becoming. Tonight, allow these frequencies to support whatever you're ready to release and whatever you're ready to become. So let's put on some beautiful water. This one, I'll make sure we got the levels so you can hear it on TikTok too. Like I said, I was having a little bit of technical difficulty with the mic on TikTok, so you guys are just going through my phone mic right now. Let's start by taking in a nice deep breath. Go 2 feet above into the belly. Put your hand on your belly, make sure you're filling up that belly with air, then the upper lobes of the lungs. Lightly squeezing the pelvic floor muscles. Exhale 2 feet below. Feel yourself exhaling into the ground. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose to really carve out that system. And slowing down that breath. really breathing intentionally. And 2 feet below, breathing back up in, filling the belly, then the upper lobes of the lungs. Breathe until you can't breathe in anymore. Really open up these spaces. Really feel yourself breathing against the pressure of the body, any tightness that you have in your system. Exhaling 2 feet above, slowly, slowly through your nose. Let that take time. Don't just release the air. Consciously let the air out slowly. Belly button to spine. Exhale out all the air. Push it all out. Let your exhales take longer than your inhales even. And then from 2 feet above, breathing in through the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, into the belly. Breathing bigger than the body, really feeling yourself expand. And when you're ready, slowly, slowly, exhaling 2 feet below. I want you to start working with Take It to the Body on these next breaths. Feel where in the body you're feeling the sensations that are coming up. If you can't feel it, go to the first place your mind goes. Maybe it's where you put your hand. Give that space a gentle hug. Sometimes it'll already feel tight when you breathe in. Sometimes you need to give it a little hug. And inhale and feel that inhale in that area. Really feel that expansion. Focus your breath into that area, wherever it is. Maybe it's in your head. Maybe it's lower. Try to work on getting down into the body. Maybe it's in your stomach, the pit of your stomach. Maybe there's a knot in your throat. Maybe there's a heaviness in your heart. Give that area a loving squeeze. Allow yourself to drop the story of the trigger and think of something that brings you that loving feeling. Whether it be a person, a place, a pet, something new that you're excited about, new tool that you're going to work with. Bring that loving, excited, joyous feeling inside to that space that you felt that trigger earlier. Breathe with that breath of loving presence. Breathe with that breath of joy and excitement into that space. And you're feeling that heaviness. Make sure you're fully expanding and slowly exhaling. Focusing all that consciousness into that space. Bringing that photon density, lighting up that area, getting it online, getting that energy flowing. breath in. Allowing that release to feel oh so delicious. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. Give yourself a nice stretch. And do some twists. Twists are always good when you've been doing energetic work. It helps bring out the system, helps get things moving. You did a lot of energy work tonight with your breath and with your embodiment. Be super proud of yourself for coming here and giving yourself that space. Take some moments here to integrate. You can journal or just sit on the earth or just take some time to rest after this. You may feel clearer and lighter. You may feel things still moving and coming up. Allow yourself to sit with it and breathe with it whenever it comes up. Take it to the body and do that work. Once again, my loves, it is so lovely to serenade you on a Wednesday night. And it's absolutely my pleasure to provide these healing frequencies and vibrations to you guys. So if you guys enjoy what I offer here, I promise I'll have my TikTok sound back up and running through my phone next time so you guys get better quality on TikTok too. But like I said, if you stop over to my YouTube channel, you guys can hear the full quality with all the microphones over there, and those videos stay up so you can go back to them whenever you need them and listen to the sound vibrations whenever you need. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and anything you're sending me. I super appreciate it. It is a blessing to be able to offer you guys